The learning community with SMSU is quite different than most learning communities. When you come to SMSU for a learning community, you're actually developing an academic family. It'll be a group of teachers that come from all over the state, but probably within a region that you're working. And our professor actually will come to you in your area. We'll meet up in a local school or a local conference center. And what we do is we work with teachers from all different disciplines and bring them together in one multidisciplinary group called the learning community.
It's geared for everybody. We have teachers that have been in teaching for 30 plus years. And we also have teachers that are in their first year of teaching. We'll have everything from individuals that work at, say, the local community college down to preschool. We have students that are not traditional educators. We've had nurses, we've had school counselors, we've had social workers.
We don't specify that you have to be in a certain grade level that you instruct. What we like is we like you to come from all different areas of the academic arena, whether that be P12 or from perhaps a community college or some other public sector where you're educating. We do that because we like the multidisciplinary facet of learning from each other. We believe that no matter what discipline you're from, that only strengthens the group because there's so much that you can take from others and implement within your classroom.
The biggest thing that I wanted to get out of this program was to become a better teacher, and to do that I wanted to figure out ways to individualize my students' learning and to work with their different needs. And by having such a unique group, you're able to individualize. I have learners in my classroom that are at a kindergarten level. So me teaching high school, but I have some that are reading at kindergarten, I'm able to get ideas from the kindergarten teachers here.
I think what makes the program unique to start with is the fact that we don't have a regular schedule, show up every Wednesday night, go to a classroom, do regular assignments. This is different. We tend to get together on the weekends. We try to find an opportunity where you're not just sitting in a classroom behind a desk. The assignments themselves are not meant to be do this, turn it in, do this, turn it in. Everything is meant to be a work in progress that builds towards larger pieces. We want everything that we do to ultimately tie back into what you can take back to the classroom, so everything is applicable and relevant to what you're doing. We try not to waste your time with, here's just an assignment that would be something fun to do. We want you to do assignments that are actually meaningful, that translate directly to what you do in the classroom.
When we put together assignments for students in the learning community, we know that they're busy professionals. We don't put assignments together that are created just to have busy work for students. What we put together for our active educators out there are things that can be implemented right into their classroom as their lab. We don't load them down with things just because we think it's something that they should do. We don't buy textbooks. We use literature that's current out in the field. We buy academic books that are meaningful with relevance to what each teacher is doing. We're very cognizant and aware of what's happening in education, and we try to stay on the cutting edge of what teachers need to know.
This program's made me a better teacher because I get to immediately apply these things into my classroom. I am definitely a better leader within my school and within my community because I have different leadership qualities that I hadn't had before, and I've learned so much about collaborating and building relationships and working together to do the best that you can for your students.
I think the thing that stands out the most to me about the program is the flexibility. Pretty much every single one of the teachers that goes through our program, they're full-time working in the classroom. Most of them have families. This program allows them to be able to do both. You don't have to choose between, I can work in my classroom and I'll just do enough in my studies to get by, or I'll focus on my studies and ignore what I do in my classroom. The goal, as I said before, is we want to tie everything back to the idea of rigor with relevance. If you can't take it back to your classroom, then we don't want to spend time doing it. We want you to be able to apply it.
I have two kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. And it is, you're able to do it. You're able to balance your school life and your work life with your family. I have loved this program. I was a little nervous coming into it just with the time management, and it's kind of going back into school after I just got out of school. But it's awesome. When you're here, you don't want to leave. You learn so much that you don't realize that you're learning. and you have all of these ideas and opportunities to bring all of that back to your classroom and make it better.
The facilitators we have at our learning community are positive and eager and willing to do anything we want them to make us better teachers and to promote our learning in our classroom, and they really become our friends as well. They are here for us, they support us, and they want nothing but the best.
The professors are also interested in you as a person. Like we've contacted them we have them on Facebook, we know about their personal lives, they know about ours, and they're willing to help you with your classroom even if it doesn't relate to our master's program, and I believe that they'd be willing to help you even after the program with recommendations, being a reference. You still have their phone number, you still have them on Facebook. They're willing to help.
We keep it so that it's a running program. We give you timelines. We help you manage the time involved in this and the commitment that's going to be required to be successful. And we make sure that when you get done, you have a product that you can be proud of. And you know that you have a master's degree that actually is meaningful to you because it shows in the way you teach.